What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. So, if you didn't see any of my Instagram posts or anything yesterday, the FRS is now officially gone. They picked it up. There is no more FRS. My driveway feels a little different because there's a lot more room now, and Michelle loves it. She took full advantage of it because the CRV is now in the driveway with the Tundra. So it made me laugh as soon as she pulled in from work, right away, right into it. So now that the FRS is gone, I started to think about not only some of the good things, but some of the things I'm going to have to pay attention to, we will say, and I'll go over that with you right now. Let's talk about some of the good things first. First off, there's no more payment when it comes to the FRS. I like the car a lot, don't get me wrong. And you'll hear in this video why I liked it so much. It was my daily driver effectively. You know, I drove the Tundra a lot, but when it came to, you know, going in those parking lots and driveways, or excuse me, drive-throughs and ATMs and everything, that was all FRS. If you live out west or down south, you don't need to worry about tight spaces like up here. Now, we're close to New York City, like I've told you guys a bunch of times, roughly 40 miles or so from New York City. So it's really congested around here, and sometimes, depends on what you're doing and where you're going, it's just not meant for bigger trucks. But you figure it out, and you know, and that's what we're gonna have to do with this Tundra now, because this is truly my daily driver now. So everything we will be doing with this truck, there is no secondary vehicle. Obviously, Michelle has the CRV, but she has that every day. You know, this thing's gonna be with me from here on out, totally. So I'm pretty excited to try out, you know, the crazy things like, again, some drive-throughs you cannot fit a half-ton pickup truck in. Those brands and companies really need to figure that out and widen that drive-through, because there's just some people that are on the go that don't want to get out of the vehicle to go inside. I have no problem going inside, but some of these drive-throughs could barely fit a compact car. And drive-up ATMs are so convenient, and I love them. And there's two places around here that I go with a drive-up ATM, but in no way, shape, or form, even with the mirrors tucked, could you fit this truck in those drive-through ATMs. But again, so some good parts about the FRS not being here anymore. Called the insurance company, canceled the insurance on the car. That's going to save me a bunch a month. You know, no more car payment. So it's just a financial burden that's gone. And the payment was always very low. I paid about, I think, $150 a month for that car. $150 a month. So, you know, it didn't break my back or anything like that. But after a while, you know, if you're not using it, you feel like you're wasting money. I'd rather see the car go to people or someone that's going to use it every day. You know, it sat there, it had 6,000 miles on it. I only used it to go to work and the local stuff where I felt like the truck, you know, couldn't fit or whatever. So those are some of the good things. Another good thing is, now that this is the daily driver, you know, we could totally put the supercharger to the true test of, you know, everyday life. Rain, shine, snow, sleet, heat, everything. Because a lot of times, ever since I had the supercharger, we only have 12,000 miles on this truck. Since I had the supercharger, you know, we've used it. I think I got the supercharger with 3,000 miles on this, so 9,000 miles effectively on this truck with the supercharger. But now we're going to use it day in, day out, doesn't matter. And we'll see if it could last the true test of everyday driving and everyday life, which I don't think it'll be a problem at all. But I really need to think about where I go. And this is the thing, from all the years I've owned a half-ton pickup truck, Michelle may be like, hey, let's go to dinner here. And the first thing that pops into my head is, all right, how's the parking lot there? How are we? Back when I had my 2016 TRD Pro, I parked it, you know, I always park far away. I'm not one of those people that parks up close to where I'm going. I will park all the way in the back of the parking lot. And we all know from experience, no matter how far away you park, someone will park near you. Well, I went to a store, I parked far away. Next door to the store was like a pet shop, and they had like an event, and a person parked behind me and ended up hitting the back, like the bumper of the TRD Pro, and taking off. So when I came out, I just happened to look at the back of my truck and saw that the bumper was hanging off, and I lost my mind. So it's one of those things that I'm gonna have to pay attention to, but it is really good to just have one vehicle. It is great to have two vehicles, don't get me wrong. There is no replacement coming for the FRS, if you don't know that by now. So it really is just me and the Tundra, but that's good for the channel, because we're gonna be able to be in this thing every single day, regardless of where I'm going and what I'm doing. If I know I'm going to a crazy parking lot or something, you know, that's gonna be a little tough and tight, I'll definitely take the camera with me and show you guys what I'm into. Even my father and I were talking about this the other day. He was saying that they had to go up north toward Newark, Trenton area, which is very congested. With the Tundra, and he was like, it was just impossible to park some of these places. Like, you know, that's a real concern when you live around here in, you know, such an urban congested area, you really got to think about what you drive, which kind of leads back to those Tacoma videos I made a couple weeks ago with the presser. You know, it was one of those things where, like, if you need the utility of a truck but you don't have the space, that's where the Tacoma comes in. And that's one thing we're going to figure out with this truck in the coming months, years. We're going to see how it is to drive this thing every single day. It takes 93 octane. The fuel mileage isn't the best in the world, but I was also filling, when I had the FRS, filling that with 93 octane because that was required. And now that we have the supercharger, it's required on this too. So we shall see what we end up with. So I'm looking forward to it. I think the truck will do just fine in all the situations that I've been thinking about since I got rid of the car, but it is good. Overall, end of the day, there's way more pros than cons with getting rid of that FRS. It's good to have my driveway back. It's good I don't have to flip-flop cars around. First world problems, but I just wasn't using it enough and it was becoming a hassle. And I don't like to waste money. I know I'm sitting in a $50,000 Tundra with like $20,000 worth of extra parts on it, but I don't like to waste money if I'm not going to use it. And if the FRS is going to sit there and be $150 a month plus however much the insurance was a month, it makes no sense. So loved the FRS. It was a lot of fun while it was here. It was nice to get in something small that was excellent at handling every once in a while. That's the other thing that I will miss a little while. This is a big truck, man. This thing, floats around the road. But every once in a while, it was good to get in the car and just kind of take a ride. And that's what we used the car for mostly. Like when we would go on little trips. So you want to go to Atlantic City? Yeah, let's take the FRS, because it was fun to drive on the highway and it's fun to drive in the corners. A Sunday driver type car, but it's gone. It's not coming back. So this is my Sunday driver and my, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday driver as well. So yeah, there you go. Vlog style. Twitter and Instagram at Tundra234, Tundra234@gmail.com. I don't have to ask this question, but I will anyway. Are you happy to see the FRS is now gone? Comment below, and we'll talk to you later.